danger, still stunned. Rather go and get better, I ain't going outside. Why is it that for you don't understand? How many times do I have to express that ain't part of the plan? We living life for as long as we can. Smelling like the plane just land. Smoking that boat just reach. Dogtown beach. That mean another mission complete. Big force, man, essence. I know frankincense and myrrh. It's a murder. I just put the homie somewhere in the dirt. Then I turn around and put my whole soul in the verse. Try to throw me in the fire.
Well. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of AKM Live after the victory over Chelsea. Which, to be fair, I'm going to say, I'm going to be up front right now. I don't know what happened.
It's going to be up.
Didn't watch the match. I was watching NFL down in Liverpool, in London, sorry. I haven't seen any of the goals. I don't know the starting 11. I don't know fuck all. So this stream is going to be me talking to Seano, asking for questions about the game and everything like that. I've got my Jags hat on. For the game yesterday. And I tell you what, Seano, right? We'll do a few things first, but I've got something I need to say about the current state of football and my now newfound passion for the NFL. Like, gotta talk about it. But before we go any further, guys, I just want to let you know as well, members, I know I've been talking a long time now, teasing something about giving something back to you guys for putting faith in me and in the channel and everything like that. Now, I have worked out a partnership through Seano, a partnership, yes, with Fibbers Memorabilia. I'm going to put the website up here just now underneath. You can go get signed LFC memorabilia there. And the members, we're going to be doing something for you guys, which we'll go over a little bit later on in the show. But I just want to give you like a bit of a heads up now at the beginning of it, for those of you that have joined us, that we are now in partnership with fibberssportsmemorabilia.com. They do LFC stuff, and they also do a lot of other sports. They're talking about like getting some rugby stuff and everything else in there as well, so if you're interested in that. The website is on the screen down below. Before we go anything further, Seano, anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, I'm going to have to put these dogs out because I don't know whether you can hear them in the background.
I thought I heard something.
No, we might have a gentleman here from Canada, Sideline LFC, really top lad. He's been on Frank Carlisle LFC, who I've been on and off their shows a couple of times. Obviously, JackDesigns 2020 on Redbubble. Also, can we share a link of that GoFundMe for Zoe's Place?
Yeah, just bear with me a moment.
Yeah. So anyone that's in the know about Zoe's Place is a hospice for very ill children, which is possibly going to get closed down. And obviously, everyone is doing their utmost to try and stop that from happening. If it gets closed down, it means life-changing decisions for the family and their children. And it doesn't even bear thinking about, really, to be honest with you. The other thing that I wanted to just mention that I mentioned briefly in the last show, as you know, myself and Martin were over in London at a boxing event, and there was a boxer that was really badly hurt. He was knocked out, went into cardiac arrest, and he was in an induced coma. Thankfully, he's now out of ICU and he's walking and talking, which is
that's good news. Yeah,
just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So fair play to whatever hospital he's in and the work that they've done on him. But amazing.
No, it's good news. That, like, I mean, I'm kind of glad. To be fair, I didn't go. In all fairness, yeah, but I'm glad that he's on the mend and everything like that. And I think I did share the link to that in a previous video. To be fair, in all fairness, the Zoe's Place is going on the bottom of the screen now, guys. And I'll also add it to the video description as well, Sean. If you send me over like a proper link to it, because that other one was proper massive. It took up half a page.
It's a long one, all right, isn't it?
So if you got that one, yeah, we'll do that one. So yeah, you want to take the dogs out first before you?
I'm going to take the dogs out. Bear with me for a moment. I'm going to shoot them
bother.
first.
No bother. So guys, I guess while Seano's gone, you lot can keep me informed of what happened yesterday. And like, obviously I know the score and everything. But any thoughts on the game yesterday, guys? Anything you want to talk about? I mean, I've seen stuff like what is it? The Curtis Jones apparently had a really good game. I've seen that. I've seen all the memes of him cuddling Cole Palmer as his baby or something. I've seen them ones about. I could have done a video in all fairness today about the Virgil van Dijk stuff that's popped up regarding his contract and everything like that. But I'll touch on that when Seano comes back. In all fairness, it's not fair to touch on it when he's not here. But I've got that booked, Matt, somewhere. Normally I have a lot more stuff ready for you guys, you know, to like share stuff and everything like that. But I've literally jumped off the train, and then just jumped straight on here pretty much straight away. So Sideline is saying bad reffing. I've seen that apparently that was a problem all weekend. Am I right? Like something to do with the Arsenal game as well, and the City game. I've seen that one. Jota got injured. Did he really? Did he really get injured? Or not? To be fair, I'm not even surprised by that. In all fairness, you know, I feel like if Nunes had been firing a bit more, Jota potentially could have been sold this summer. In all fairness, it's probably one of the best finishers in the squad when he's in the squad, but you know, when he's injured, pretty much a third of the season, every single season, it's just mad. Slot showed a side of him that I liked. He showed passion and got a yellow card for it. I think I've seen the comments. Is that something surrounding a handball or something like that? Is that right there? We should have had a penalty, or we did get a penalty, or something along the lines of that. Is that correct? That one. Curtis deserved. Got man of the match. He was top. Yeah, I've heard that Curtis Jones had a really good game. Where did he play, guys? Did he play alongside Gravenberch, or did he play instead of Szoboszlai? Like, I'm being perfectly honest with you guys. Like I said earlier, I don't know the starting 11. I don't know. Proper bad of me running a Liverpool channel of all this Liverpool memorabilia partnership, and
welcome to Liverpool.
Ain't got a clue.
Oh God, you're terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Well, now you're back, Sean. I tell you what, while we let the comments come in and everything like that, did you buy a beer at Wembley? Yeah, I did. I got robbed. I think I must have spent, I'm not even joking, I think I spent about 40 quid on 4 pints. Like, not even joking.
That's disgraceful.
Also, Jones played deeper then. Okay, so that's why we were playing during pre-season, wasn't it? And he said that he enjoyed that with the new slot thing, letting him get a bit more on the ball. That's good then. That's good to see. That's where he's popping up. That's good.
Yes, Szoboszlai kind of played the number 10 role.
Yeah.
Just in between, or just behind Jota.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones, I think, had quite possibly the man of the match. He was, without a doubt. All right, Reju. He was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Trent was super. You know, I've got a question about Trent, to be fair. I saw something online on the train way back up, and it was something to do with Jones's goal, and someone put something on Twitter or X, whatever, saying he didn't really show much passion that he'd scored or whatever like that. And someone was saying that it looked like he was already gone. But
people will read.
I've seen other people turning around and saying that that's not right. I didn't watch the game. Is that right? Is that not right?
I to be honest with you, I don't really pay much attention to that, and I don't really pay much attention to what is on X. You know, people will read what they want to believe into it, you know. But
bear that in mind, Gary.
it's I did you get you didn't get to see highlights or anything?
I've literally watched no. I didn't get back from the game to the hotel until about 7 o'clock, something like that. Then I had to have something to eat, and then by the time I'd done everything, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I just ended up watching Kansas City Chiefs against San Francisco 49ers, and I went to bed.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new channel called SKM. LFC. So I like the thing about the game was it wasn't really like any kind of the usual kind of style Liverpool play. We kind of sat back a lot, let them play us. I thought Tossin was very, very lucky that he didn't get a red card with his tackle on.
All right, sideline. I'll put you on, mate.
All right, sideline.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Not too bad. I'm just talking about the Chelsea game because Adam was NFLing it this weekend. So I know. I mean, really, but it's now called SKM LFC. That's what the new channel is called. But yeah, like I mean, I thought Tossin should have been sent off for his tackle on Jota. Obviously, we had I think 3 penalty appeals. We had 1 penalty. I thought all 3 appeals should have been penalties, if I'm honest. Obviously, Salah was taken down outside the box, and then there was another attempt to take him down. I thought the Jones one where Sanchez went for the ball, and then literally Jones had to do a cartwheel. I thought that should have been a red card, and I think it should have been a penalty, hands down. But look, we won the game. I think Jones had probably the best game. I think it was between Jones and Salah, but I think Jones played very well. But I thought the officiating, as I was saying on Frank's show last night, sideline, you probably agree that the officiating was so poor.
I've seen.
Yeah, no, but
sorry, sideline.
Sorry,
go on, no, you go.
No, go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a delay. There's a delay between us. Right, I'll go first, then you go. I've seen that's a thing that apparently happened all weekend, like across a few games. Like I think the Man City, when they scored that winning goal, apparently something happened with Bernardo Silva with goalkeeper. I've seen that. I saw something happened at Arsenal apparently where they got robbed or whatever. I don't know, but it seems to be just going around doing the rounds. Does this referee malarkey? Like I don't know. Go on, sideline. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Big up to you, Adam. Big up to you, Sean. Everybody, do your thing, do your routine. Like, subscribe, share the channel. For the Zoe's Place, I'm gonna put the link in all my streams and my live shows to raise more awareness about it. I was watching the American Scousers today. The gentleman that was on my show the last time, Sean, his name is Gally.
Yeah,
he came from that channel. They actually raised $5,000 for that.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, so just to raise awareness for anyone, even like you don't have to be in Liverpool or the UK or just Ireland. Then you can go to that website and donate. I'm kind of gonna reach out for my wallet and do something about it as well. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Adam, while you were trying to be an American, I'm trying to be a Scouser here. The accent is really tough to do. But I'll give it a try someday.
No, go on, mate. Go on.
Yeah, no. I watched a lot of pundits about the reffing. So there was a lot of arguments back and forth, but everybody agrees that the reffing was really bad. How can I say it? The worst one for us as Liverpool, the pundits were saying the ref did a lot of bad calls for both teams. So they were calling for a penalty for Sancho. Trent stepped on Sancho's foot inside the 18, and the VAR didn't even go to it. They also complained that the VAR didn't go back to Jota's incident. They didn't even go back to it. Some of them say, yeah, it's a yellow because Colwell was not that far from that incident, so that's why they agree it was a yellow. But they were surprised that they didn't even go to the VAR. Okay. There was the one pundit was saying about the penalty that we got for Jones, that should have been a penalty because there was apparently a handball by Jones prior to the foul that was committed against him. But the other incident where he did a freaking cartwheel or whatever you want to call it, that Aikido move from Sanchez, that should have been a penalty. So that one everybody agrees on. All the pundits across, like I watched B in Sport, I watched some pundits on Sky. I watched some local pundits here in Canada. I watched the guys at NBC. They all agreed on that Jones one is a hands down. So it's really weird that it went to VAR and it got ruled out by VAR because the ref was giving it. So it was not just the ref. VAR was just that they didn't exist, and that probably someone called them and said, "Hey guys, come back to your offices." You know, like freaking game like is on fire. There's a lot of incidents you gotta look at. So they end up coming back to their desks. They were absent.
I've heard. I don't know, man. Like VAR for me has been appalling since it's come in. Like I really don't understand how when we first saw it in the World Cup of, was it Qatar or was it before? Was it even before then? I can't remember. There was one of the big tournaments it was shown in, and it worked. Like it just worked. And then as soon as they bring it over here for some unbeknown reason, it's like it's the worst thing ever created. Now
I think it's obvious though what it is.
No, I was just going to say, is that because of the people using it in the tournaments, and the people that we've got over here are just like, oh, fucking whatever, I don't know, I'll draw a line here that's not even straight. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I think you've answered it, Adam. I think it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with the actual VAR. It's the people that officiate it. I think the referees, and I've said this all along, I think the referees have kind of taken a foot off the pedal and kind of, you know, sit back and just not care as much about making a decision because they feel that VAR is going to help them out. And I think the standard of officiating since VAR has come in has been diabolical. And then the VAR decisions have been just as bad, if not worse. And I think it's down to the people. It has to be down to the people. I think there's a lot of bias decision making. I don't know whether Sideline agrees with that or not, but I think, you know, if you look at the Curtis Jones penalty appeal, the basis of not giving the penalty was he got the ball first. Now I'm sorry, but if you remember McAllister, when he was given the red card and it was taken off, he got the ball, his foot was on the top of the ball and it slipped and he showed his studs to the player and he got sent off. Now, if that tackle was anywhere else on the pitch, you know, it would have been a free kick. So I cannot understand how Sanchez was allowed to stay on the pitch and how it wasn't a penalty. It just does not make any sense. And I think you'll see the old routine of the copy and paste PGMOL's statement that comes out, and it's just the same shite, you know.
Let me just see if I can, because I did actually read about the incidents on that Ref Watch on Sky Sports. I wonder if it'll still be up online. Actually, I don't know. Like, but basically, is it McDermott, or we call him, the referee? He basically said that he agreed that the Jota one, or shouldn't have been a red card or something. I think I just gone past it there. Ross Watch. Here we go. So let me see what he's put. And
well, Salibi got a red card for the exact same tackle the day before.
Oh, here we go. This is the Sanchez one. Incident. John Brooks awards Liverpool a penalty when Chelsea goalkeeper Sanchez upended Curtis Jones, but a VAR check led to the decision being overturned, with Sanchez making contact with the ball first. The referee Dermot says, "I think it's a good intervention from VAR. If I see that as VAR, I think the goalkeeper has got the ball first. Jones has gone into him. It's not a penalty. There's going to be a collision." Stephen Warnock also said it's not a penalty. The ball goes through the goalkeeper, so you think he's nicked it past him. I love the fact that they went to VAR and then the ref had the final say on the pitch. And then the other one was Chelsea were not awarded a penalty with Trent standing on Sancho. Again, Dermot said that he didn't think it was a foul. Both players are tangled up. I'd be very surprised if that was given as a penalty. Sue Smith said it is a penalty. He contacts with Sancho's foot as he plants it. Steve Warnock says it's a difficult one. Trent's movement isn't to kick a ball, it's to take a step. If it had been given, it would have been difficult to overturn it, but I don't think it's a penalty because he takes a natural step to close the player down. And then lastly, sorry if this is boring, guys.
No.
The tossing foul on Jota. He went through on goal. A yellow card was given. An incident that seemed very similar to when Saliba was sent off the day before. The referee, Dermot, said that there are a number of things here that are different to the one with Arsenal. Jota isn't in possession of the ball. The direction of the ball, it's going towards the corner flag, and distance from goal, it's felt Colwell would have the chance to make up the ground. Variables.
Yeah, I mean, it was just. I said on last night's show, Frank Carlisle's show, that I thought it was the worst officiating I'd seen in a long time. I don't know what you think of that sideline, but I just thought it was dreadful.
I think it's really bad because, as I said, like there was incidents that the VAR didn't even intervene, like the Jota one. The referee wouldn't be able to make that decision on these, noticing the elements of giving a red card in real time because the game was really quick, and that was how can I say, it was a quick incident. So you got to go to VAR to put 1-to-1 to make it 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Yeah.
So in real time, it's really hard to make that decision. So VAR didn't intervene at all. Whether you agree that it was a red card or yellow card, the lack of intervention from VAR in that one, that was bad. They didn't even the game just moved on right away. The VAR didn't even check. Sometimes I would say VAR is checking, if it's a goal or not goal, possible red card or not, right? It didn't even go to that.
Yeah. I think the thing for me that makes everything a little bit difficult, sorry to cut in sideline, is that the Arsenal decision, like the day before, something similar, not exactly the same, happens, player gets red card. Then the day after, something happens, the yellow card. It's shit like that where the rules are they're not cutting dry. And I think that this is one thing that they have to do with the game. They have to make the rules now cut and dry. Do you remember what was that off? I'm saying wrong word now. That handball rule that was in last year, where it was like something along if it touched anywhere on your arm or whatever, daft like that, it's handball. Even if you were trying to move your arm out of the way or something, it was something really, really strange. And they were giving penalties away, like they were fucking Oprah Winfrey giving away shit. Like, you can have a penalty, you can have a penalty, you can have a penalty. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was mad.
It's like Oprah Winfrey, you get a prize, you get a prize. I don't know if you ever watch Oprah, but I struggle sometimes. Sometimes when I watch games with my Canadian wife, right? Like, she doesn't know football. She was calling it soccer till a few years ago, and I swear to God, she was like, "Is that an offside? Yeah, okay. Well, is that a handball? Is that a foul? Not a foul?" Sometimes I struggle myself, to freaking explain to her. I don't know what are the rules anymore. Right? Like in the past 5 years, they freaking changed a lot of these rules, and you don't know what's a foul and what's not a foul, what's a handball and what's not a handball, and also in the inconsistency when it comes to VAR. VAR itself as when we talk just about VAR is good. Having VAR is good. It's technology, it will help you supposedly, but there is going to be a guy behind the monitor making the calls, making the decisions, and using that technology. If that person has any bias, for sure, this is what you're going to see, inconsistency. But you said something. You mentioned something about the World Cup in Qatar. So in the World Cup, what Qatar did is they basically got independent referees. They're not Qatari. They're not from Qatar. They were appointed by FIFA, right, or recommended by FIFA. So these people, they didn't have any bias against any teams. And if you go back and watch some of the incidents that happened and they used VAR in the World Cup, it was quick, it was consistent. If there was errors, they were like really fine and marginal errors, and maybe like 1 out of 20 incidents was, was not maybe debatable, right?
Yeah.
And also it was quick. But you look at the VAR in the Premier League, for God's sake, man! Like whenever it goes to VAR, we're like, here we go.
It's not helped. It's not helped football. It's not. I haven't really seen any benefits at all. I think that there's been more. We could talk. We could do a full show about VAR decisions and how it's messed up football. I mean, that game it only ended up in 2-1. That didn't really tell the full tale. I think. If they got lucky, if another decision went their way or a decision went against us, with the way the officiating went, it could have very well easily have been a draw, or Chelsea could have nicked it. So these decisions are costing clubs, and you saw Wolves been very unlucky against Man City. And I think Arsenal will look at that and say that they were unlucky. The fact that they got a player sent off, and Chelsea didn't. So I don't know. Until they clean up football, or the FA or the Premier League, I just don't know what's going to happen. To be honest with you, it's a bit of a shit show, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it is. No, the VAR, to be honest, it should be done by independent organization or people, and potentially even outside of England. Like some leagues in other countries. Whenever what they do is they actually contract referees from outside of their country, because it's just really tough. Like for example, in Egypt, okay, most of the Egyptian league matches. It's officiated by referees from outside of Egypt, because it's really tough not to get a biased ref from within the country, from locally. So they can try that, but I 100% agree with you. That stupid reffing performance kind of overshadowed stuff that happened in the game. Right. So instead of us talking about what Slot did, what Mariska did, good performances, weaknesses, and whatnot, we kind of like deviate from that and start talking about refereeing, this is hurting football, right? From watching a match, I want to talk about the match itself. I don't want to know the referee name, right? We started learning these referees' names, Brooks and Simon, and all these idiots. Oliver City, Michael City, I call him. Right. So in the game, I have an unpopular opinion on Slot. Slot is a genius when it comes to tactics. Put aside his press conference and all of the other, other stuff. If you focus just on his tactics, the guy is a genius. And I've been saying it for at least 5 to 6 weeks. I said, you know what? For me, for my football eye, I'm not an expert, but I'm not a chef, but I know what tastes good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you know what you like. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I like, right? So for my footballing eye, the guy is genius. Every game, he is changing and tweaking some of the tactics. He's not changing everything, but it's like, okay, who am I playing today? Yeah, I'm playing Chelsea, right? So what does he do? He actually kind of gives the ball to Chelsea and let them play and replay on the counterattack. I said that on a GresCon channel, and I was kind of like, it was not popular to them. It was like, well, come on, man. Like, You're going to play in Anfield and give the opponent the ball. That's not Liverpool way of playing. The fans, how are they going to feel about it? That's going to kill the atmosphere. Okay, well, hear me out. And I can't remember which game it was. It was Bournemouth. I think it was Bournemouth. We won 3-0 against them. We just gave them the ball. We let them have a go and with the ball, right? We didn't fight. How can I say it? We didn't fight to possess the ball more than 50%, basically. So Slot is changing that depending on the opponent, knowing what the opponent's weaknesses and strengths. Him knowing that, hey, you know what? Chelsea won 6-2 against Wolves. They beat Brighton. Brighton is a very tough team, by the way, to beat.
Brighton, good team.
How did they beat Brighton? Well, Brighton played the high line, and all what Chelsea did, sit back and play on counterattacks. If you watch the highlights of that game, there was like at least 5 or 6 1v1 against the keeper from Chelsea, against Brighton keeper, right? So Slot didn't want to do the same mistake and press them and play high line. No. You guys have the ball. Show me what you got, right? And if you notice, they didn't have a lot of big chances. You go back to Bournemouth game. Bournemouth had chances, not a lot of big chances, not a lot of shots on target, right? Why? Because we're closing down properly. Trent is back and he's defending and he's facing the attacker. He's not running back, chasing the attacker. And he did a phenomenal job, by the way, Trent. I was telling Sean yesterday, Mariska had a big headache. Our right wing, Salah and Trent, Mariska threw 5 players in that wing. He kept changing and trying everything and anything just to get a half a chance, and he couldn't. Right? Even the goal didn't come from the right wing. It came from the void in the midfield that we have. Right? So Slot does not mind giving the ball away because he knows how to set up his team defensively. That the other team, the opponent team, even if they have 50-60% of the ball position, they will not have big chances. We will not allow them to have big chances. But you know what? When they have the ball and they try to attack us, we will isolate their defense and have create situations 4v4 or even 4 attackers v 3 defenders, right? By giving them the ball.
Yeah.
See, I was saying it. I said it probably maybe 5 or 6 weeks on Chris Khan's channel, and nobody liked it. And it was like a very unpopular opinion. Oh, they're gonna kill the atmosphere and whatnot. Oh, okay.
Well,
doesn't
that
care
Chris
about
Khan
the
lad,
atmosphere.
like in all fairness, like he seems to be getting his information from somewhere that he shouldn't be sharing it from. But that's by the by.
But yeah, no, Slot, seriously, he's a genius when it comes to tactics. He changed it. You go watch other games and you say, oh no, we had 50-60% of the ball. Why? If you look at that team and analyze them, you'll see if that team has the ball, they are more dangerous. So you know what? No, I'm not going to give you the ball. Right? So I am really interested and excited to see what is he going to do against Arsenal, which is a team that sits back. Because
that's what they did against City.
What's he going to do against Leipzig? Like, who's he going to play against for Leipzig? That's another thing. The other thing I wanted to just mention, just with the Chelsea game, was Palmer. A load of hype over him, and he was literally lost in the game. There was obviously talks about Szoboszlai not having a great game either, and we were talking about should it be a case that they should rest him and see if he starts to improve his performance. I think patience is kind of running out for Dominic. I mean, I like him as a player. I think Sideline also has said that he likes him as a player, but I definitely think that something he needs to up his game a bit. He should really be in the mix, getting some chances in. He didn't. I don't think Nunes as well. I don't think Nunes had a shot at all yesterday, and he came on.
There's a couple of little snippets of news and stuff that I've got opinions on that have come out over the past couple of days, but I've not been able to say out. But I'll touch on that stuff in a bit about Nunes and everything. But I've got a funny feeling he's on his way out, from what I've seen anyway. I just want to touch on a few comments because a few comments I've had from some guys here. So Bond said about the game, there was not too much between the two sides. I think it was a red. Oh, sorry, they didn't say that. I said I didn't think it was a red against Jota. Plus, I didn't think it was a penalty on Jones for the second one. Unbiased there, I presume. Bon again, the best thing that Slot's done was not starting the South American players because the late they got back from international duty. So is that a thing as well? Did Diaz and McAllister both not start? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's right.
Red Dew. Is that how you pronounce that? Red Dew?
Yeah, that's Red Bird, but the Jew part of it is Red Jew wasn't too well. And this person had basically saved his life, so he's named Red Jew.
All right, no problem, no worries. Slot ball, I like. Some prefer rush ball with Klopp, but hey ho, each to their own. Good shout about Slot though. Sideline. Don't forget. Never mind. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I never actually even shout that. Just hit like, guys, if you're watching us.
We'll do that for you, man. We'll do that for you.
Gary Richards says that Liverpool will win the Prem. Now, Gary Richards, he's one of those people that always is optimistic about everything. He thinks that Nunes is going to score about 40 goals every game. That lad, like, keep it coming, Gary. JT, it's definitely refreshing. Not us going down 1-0 after 3 minutes. Only 3 conceded so far. Yeah, I concur with that. That's really good. I think our defense has improved so much more since. You know, when you say stuff like this, before I go any further, people think you're having a dig at Klopp, but it's just the facts. Our defense has got better since Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool. Like, it just has. The numbers are there. They speak for themselves. Yeah, we might have played not so good teams so far this year, apart from just like Chelsea, for instance. But you can only go on you can only beat what's in front of you. You can only beat what's in front of you. Again, Red Dew, corporate fans are quieting the atmosphere at Anfield, in his opinion. Richard the Reds here. All right, Rich, hope you're doing well. And as is Mark Andrews. And also, we've got somebody else. Hold on. I can't add him, I don't think. I ain't got a thing big enough. Hold on, I'll try and sort something out. One moment. I'm gonna have to duplicate something here. Hold on. Put that over there. Move him here.
That's okay, sideline.
So that's that done. Save. Boom. Right. There he is.
Here we go.
How we doing?
Not bad, you?
Everything's all right now. We've got some positive news on that kid. So Gemma's back up and she's back fine.
Oh, that's good news, mate. I was actually going to message you later on today actually about it, but it's good to hear that stuff, man.
It's fine. You know, she just did me. And I just enjoyed the peace and quiet a little bit, to be honest. But listen, I started watching you stream, mate, and I thought I had to jump on, mate, because God, man, that hat makes you look like Johnny Vegas.
I'm literally only wearing it. So I just jumped out of the shower, so my hair was wet. So that's the only reason why I put it on. So,
hey, what do you think of that game yesterday, mate? I don't know if I haven't seen you stream. I've just come on. Obviously, you know, I thought we were piss poor in midfield, mate. Absolute piss poor.
I didn't watch it. I mate, so I'm gonna let these two tell you what they thought about it and stuff like that. Like, if you want to just have a quick rundown, Shana.
Well, I mean, Slobosly wasn't at the races at all. I think Curtis was man of the match, to be honest with you. Curtis was on absolute fire. I mean, we were slightly weak in. I'm trying to think of what the lineup was again. Hold on till I have a look.
I think he was definitely a last man. He should have definitely gone 100%.
Yeah, Gravenberch didn't have a great game. I don't know whether Sideline agrees with that, but I don't think he had a quiet game. I'm trying to think of the game, to be honest with you guys. I was more interested in, I suppose, the penalty appeals and the red card appeals and what have you. But yeah,
I just think it was a show. I think we got lucky in some areas. I do think Chelsea played a deeper line, you know, and then hit us on the break. But I also think Liverpool played into Chelsea's hands. Chelsea knew what Liverpool were going to do, and Liverpool were red.
Yeah,
you know. And as for that guy, Fallon Jota, man, he was the last man. He should have went.
Yeah,
and even
when Jota got injured as well.
Yeah. Well, there's talks that I was just checking there with Sideline there in the private chat. I mean, there was rumors that he had broken 2 ribs. Then it's quite possible that he's bruised the ribs, not broken them. But you're looking at probably 2 to 4 weeks if they're bruised. If they're broken, you could be looking at 6 weeks or so. You never know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I've just got the starting 11 up here, actually. I just found it then. So the starting 11 was Kelleher, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Jones, where's he gone? Gravenberch, yep, Bosley, Salah, Gakpo, Jota. To be fair, like that is a decent starting 11. To be fair, it
was a decent start up. You could see a bit of fatigue in the players, but I tell you, mate, if we play like that, you know, Brighton's our bogey team, mate. We've got Brighton, and then, you know, later on we've got Real. They're just going to take the piss out of us.
Well, let's see.
So
let's see.
Okay,
I mean,
so back to the midfield. You know, I just want to talk a few things about the midfield and probably go. Mariska made the mistake of keep banging on the right wing, on our right wing, and I was explaining that he threw foul people. He actually didn't notice that there was a big void in our midfield. So you got Soboslai, who's playing the 10, and he's pressing with the front 3, making it press with 4 at the front, right? You probably see that all the time. And Soboslai runs back and forth, and that's most of what he does, is working off of the ball. On ball, he sucks. He's really bad. Even I love Soboslai, but he is horrendous this year with the ball.
Yeah, he's not had a good season like last year.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard that being said a fair bit, to be fair.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to harp on him. I hope that he starts performing. He's a Liverpool player, and I hope he performs. The 2 behind him, so when we had Maka and Gravenberch, whenever Maka plays beside Gravenberch, you don't see McAllister inside the 18 yards a lot. You don't see a lot of touches inside the box from McAllister. Okay?
Yeah.
So having that in the back of your mind, you probably start remembering some of the previous games with McAllister played. You know, he would go up forward and try to create long balls, switch balls, sometimes control tempo and whatnot. But what Jones was doing yesterday, so Jones was at least 4 times inside the box. The goal, the penalty, and the other one that didn't count as a penalty for him. So if Soboslai's front, right, pressing with the forwards, and you got Jones inside the 18 yards multiple times, like at least 4 or 5 times in the game. What happened with Gravenberch looked a little bit slow. I give him I rate him 6 or 6.5. He was a little bit slow, but he had a lot of areas to cover in the midfield, behind Soboslai and behind Jones, right? So if you go back and watch the highlights, you'll see Neto, when he was on their left side, which is our right wing, he carried the ball towards the middle, and he kind of created something out of that. And Nkunku did the same. Cole Palmer went to the middle multiple times, and he kind of tried to create something out of it. Even Neto, when he switched to the other side, he went to the middle trying to attack that void in the middle. And the goal for Chelsea, it came from a pass from right in the middle between the two center backs where Jackson was. And they got, how can I say, they took advantage of that void in the middle. So
Yeah.
I can't blame Gravenberch a lot about it, but there was a void in the middle. And the reason why for that void is Jones tends to attack more than McAllister. And Soboslai, unfortunately, he didn't cover as much area as he usually does. So the last game, I gave him a 4 for my rating. Usually I used to give him 6, 5.5, 7, sometimes. I think there was one game I gave him a 7. But this game specifically, it was a 4 because he didn't go back enough to help Gravenberch more. Maybe he had 1 or 2 blocks, but that's about it. So that was my take on midfield yesterday. Sorry.
Say that again, Martin.
Is Slab? I can't even say his name. Slabomidikiewicz. Has he not got pulling an injury? I'm sure he was holding an injury, wasn't he, from his international?
I'm not sure, to be fair. Like, I know he scored 2 goals in that one game, but I'm not sure. I mean, maybe he got injured when his wife said yes when she agreed to marry him. I don't know. They probably celebrated afterwards. You know what I mean?
Sideline said there, I think, is a perfect, sum up of the game. We were short. It was. I think it was Klopp. Klopp was saying, and Slot has just gone. Boys, just go out and win the game for us. Because it was a big game. Because I feel that Chelsea have turned up this year for this season.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think Chelsea are on the verge of top 4 this year. I think.
Yeah, they're definitely sniffing about it, mate. They're interested. You can see it.
Go on, Shauna. Have your piece. Go on.
They've got about 45 fucking players. They've got about 7 goalkeepers. I mean, come on. They've got about 10 players in contention with each and every goddamn. I mean, it's a massive squad. So, I mean, it either will go horribly wrong or absolutely right. And I mean, I think if they get top 4, I think that's a failure with the amount of money that they've spent. An absolute failure. I think you can't have such a massive squad and then fall flat in your face and just hit top 4. Top 4 is nothing. I mean, sure, like, what's the point? I mean, they have these European conference leagues and all this sort of shite. So you don't even have to hit top 4 to even get into Europe nowadays. So what is top 4 to them? They're with the amount of players that they have, like, I think top 4 would be an absolute disaster, and I think your man would be gone if they hit 4.
I can't even remember the commentators even mentioning the name Sancho last night. Yesterday, I can't even think of him saying it. He looked like a lost boy.
Yeah,
Jackson. Yeah, he was a good player.
Should have stayed at Dortmund.
Yeah, he's ruined him.
We see Cranky JD says, I would disagree slightly with the analysis about the weekend's game. We don't seem to excel, but just do enough to win games. I really fancy them to turn Arsenal over at the weekend. Well,
I can see us beating Arsenal. I can see us putting 4 past Arsenal because their top players are out. So that's easy pickings for me. As for City, well, we know that they're 1-1-5 going like 1-2-6 now for cheating bastards again. But I'm very confident. I'm going to say it. We're going to win the league.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Gary Richards.
I will put Gemma on the line. Win, lose or draw. Sean, she's coming to live with you, mate. You can have her. But yeah. Right, boys, I'm going to get off anyway because obviously, I don't want to. I'm going to be with her, but I just need to show my face.
Mate, you don't have to explain. It's cool.
No,
glad to have you back. Glad to have you back.
See you later, Johnny. See you later, Sean. And you sideline. Not that I can see you, but
sorry,
see you later, mate.
Big up, Martin.
Good on Martin. No, I don't know whether you knew about that sideline, but myself, Adam, and Martin were meant to be at a boxing tournament in London. Myself and Martin went. Martin's and Gemma's young lads was to make his debut, and unfortunately he didn't make it because the third fight there was a horrible knockout, and one of the boxers went into cardiac arrest. He was in an induced coma. So thankfully he's out of ICU after over a week, and he's talking and he's walking, and it's fantastic news. So, but Martin just wanted to take a break for a while, you know.
That's really sad, you know, what happened. I'm really happy, you know, for him and for his family, that he's, you know, alive and safe and sound.
Thank God.
Yeah,
God.
you were telling us about it, but I gotta bounce, guys, because my lunch break finished. But big up Adam, big up Sean. Like, subscribe, please, everyone who's watching this show. You know, even if you don't like my opinion, don't worry about my opinion. This is Adam's channel, Adam and Sean. So please like them, subscribe to them. You don't have to like for me. And Zoe's Place. You know, anything will help, even if it's £1. I swear to God, I'm not showing face. And I think these situations, we should say that there is that person donated 5,000. This person donated 100, because we want to encourage people. We want to encourage people to donate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I encourage everybody to, you know, check what you can help and donate whatever you can, even if it's you know, £2. I don't know how much is a cup of coffee in England or Ireland, but I remember it was like £2.50 or something like that.
Something like that, coffee. Yeah, probably maybe about £3 nowadays.
Maybe now 3. It was back in 2018, right? Or when I was there. So £2, £3, you know, it will help. It will help.
Absolutely.
If each one of us put a £2, we'll get them there. You know, it's a good cause. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, Sideline.
Thanks for joining, mate. See you later, mate.
Thank you.
Take care.
Sideline top bloke.
I'm gonna hold on, Sean. I'm just gonna put his link in the ticker below, guys, so you can see it. It's good. Subscribe to Sideline, guys. As he says, you know, there were some people that maybe not agreed with his opinions, but it's an opinion, and everyone's welcome to have their opinion on here.
Absolutely.
Which is why we're gonna go through some of the comments, if that's all right with you, Sean.
Sure. Yeah.
So I can't remember where we got up to, in all fairness. So I'll start up here. I don't think I've shouted these out. So Guy Richards said, Tally-ho, Martin. John McLean, even though it's been a while, I hope you're doing well, pal. Bond said that he thought Nunes was going to get a red card. He was running around like a madman. I have seen the clip where Salah was getting pushed by one of Chelsea players, and Nunes goes over and like goes, "You go stand over there, and I'll just fucking deal with him." Like. Cranky JD's here. Hope you're well, mate. One Chelsea fan said the match was rigged.
Of course he did.
Only one game that's been rigged ever is when fucking City are playing. They should have lost 3-1. JT, we missed Maka yesterday, although Jones was man of the match. Yeah, I think that's kind of what Sideline was talking about, where Gravenberch missed having Maka at the side of him. Whereas Jones was probably moving forward a little bit more than what Maka usually does, which gives Gravenberch that stability at the side of him. So yeah, I could probably see that as well, having not watched the game. Gary Richards says that Liverpool will beat Arsenal. Richard the Red, when Gomez came on, he was very good also at right back. Where was Conor Bradley? Was he injured or something? Or?
No. I didn't know he played at right back. I didn't know he was at right back. I thought he did he not come on for Kanate? I have to check that. But he was good, yeah.
Bond says that Salah and Jones was the difference between both teams.
Yeah.
Cranky Jade, I think you've touched on this one already, but I've got it up now. I would disagree slightly with the analysis about the weekend's game. We don't seem to excel, but do just enough to win the games. I really fancy them to turn Arsenal over at the weekend. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens there. I mean, we've got, I think everyone's kind of forgetting, we've got RB Leipzig midweek, who again are a pretty good team in all fairness. So, you know, let's see what happens in the Champions League. So Bosley had a good first of the half of the season last year and then dropped off.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's going to do it reverse this year. Maybe he's going to have a bit of a drop off. Do you know what? In all fairness, though, if you were to give him like a ranking right now, I would say he's like middle of the road, like a 5 or a 6 so far this season. I wouldn't say he's like shocking, like a 3 or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? So
I just think today, or what you call it, last yesterday evening's game, I think he just wasn't at the races, and I think obviously the what Slot said about him, I think, is probably echoing in people's head a bit, that he really needs to up his game and needs to be putting in better numbers.
Yeah.
So look, we'll see what happens.
Richard the Red thought that Gravenberch put in a good defensive performance, and he is such a gifted player. I think he's come on leaps and bounds this year, hasn't he? Like, if we're all being fair to ourselves, I think if we'd have turned around in the summer and said that someone was going to give us 20 million for Gravenberch, you probably would have sold him. Like, in all fairness, after last year. So yeah, I think he's had a really good start to this season. Szoboszlai blocked a great shot from Chelsea, and I know what he's saying, United, but I'm trying to. Will finish 12th. Eminem's with us all, guys. Hi all.
Right,
Hope you're well, Eminem. Richard the Red, that's true. I don't remember seeing Sancho at all. Like, he was invisible. Let's have a look at JT. I think that Slot might sign another 10 next window, possibly Koku. Szoboszlai's work rate is brilliant, but needs to do more attacking wise. Elliot hopefully back soon to show what he can do in slot ball. Yeah, and then Richard the Red agrees with that, basically saying that Harvey Elliott is a kid that is talented, which I think he is, and I think that goes back to that thing again where I've mentioned in the past where Slot's got everyone in key down positions where you play left wing, you play right wing, and there's no swapping or changing. And I do think maybe Szoboszlai is missing that somebody to challenge him on a weekly basis. So
yeah,
hopefully he comes back soon. At some point, Liverpool need to go after teams, said Gary Richards. I mean, I get what you're saying, but as long as you've got the ball and you're winning already, if you're winning by, say, 2 goals, like it's 2-0, like, do you really have to keep going for it? As long as you've got the ball, they can't score. So that's an old Pep Guardiola fundamental, I think, is that.
I do agree with Gary Richards, because I think, if at the end of the season you're depending on goal difference, I think that's, where we're going to really miss out on the fact that we didn't kill off games, or if we didn't kill off a game and they end up getting a late equalizer, that's obviously going to bite us back in the ass maybe, but you never know. And by the way, I don't know who it was that said it. That's right, Gomez did come on for Trent, and he did play it right back, and he did play well, actually.
Right, cool. I think, guys, what I'm going to do now is, I'm teased it a little bit at the beginning of the show, but I am cautious of time. We've got a few other things I want to talk about, but I need to show you the guys now the thing I've been speaking about for a while. So I have been saying for a while that I've been working on something for the members, and you guys have been giving me money on a monthly basis, and you're not been getting videos, you're not getting nothing that's like just for you guys or anything like that. But me and Seano have been working on something. I've been in contact with the company now, and we've got a partnership up with Fibbers Sports Memorabilia, which is going across the screen right now, .com. They get all the signed Liverpool stuff there. They're doing other sports as well. So they have kindly sent me, firstly, this Bobby Firmino, what's it say? Liverpool Club Tribute souvenir for when he left the club. I've got this one, and they got some of these. We've also got some signed photos from like Jan Molby as well, with like certificates of authenticity as well, that he actually did sign it and everything like that.
I'm glad you said that, because I would not have been able to pronounce that.
So just to show you right quickly, like, we've got this one here, and then also we've got another one here as well. Both of them come with the signed certificate thing. So what it is, guys, is I thought what might be fun, well, and Seano as well, thought it might be fun if once a month I give away something to you guys that I remember. Basically, I'm gonna put all your names into like an auto-generated thing, like a lot of like I don't know what it's called, to be fair. I've seen it online. You put everyone's name into it. You click go and go pop someone's name up, and they win the prize, basically, right? And that's basically what I'm going to do going forward now, once a month. So we'll probably start it from the 1st of November. I'll do one then, and I'll do 1st of December, the 1st of January, blah blah blah, whichever. And as long as you're a part of the members, guys, you will get one of them. Now, we do at the moment currently have 2 memberships, one at $1.99, one at $2.99. Now, I haven't decided what to do with that yet, because I may get rid of the $1.99 one and just keep it at $2.99, or the people at $2.99 just get 2 entries, but then you might have the same people winning all the time. So I don't know what to do really with that one at the moment, but it's there for you. We're doing something for the members. Like I say, the first draw will be done on the 1st of November. And that's the website, guys. Go give them a look. Fibberssportsmemorabilia.com. They do all the signed Liverpool stuff, and we'll probably get some more stuff in as well, to be fair, guys, as well, to give away. Yeah. I mean, it was a signed Mo Salah shirt, and I actually paid for my tickets, to be fair. It was 20 quid, like a lot of number, like 1 to 59. You get a number. If your number's the bonus ball, you win the Mo Salah shirt, that type of thing. So there was a lot of that going on as well with them over the weekend. So yeah, go give them a look, guys. That's the website under there. They've also got a Facebook page as well, which is the same names, Fibbers Sports Memorabilia. Go give them a follow on that as well. Tell them that Adam, AKM Live, whichever, AKM LFC, tell them that we sent you over there, just so they know that we're talking about them. But yeah, guys, that's basically what we're going to do for the members. And, you know, I'll share the videos with the members as well a little bit later on. Probably tomorrow I'll do another one where I do one just for them, just to show this is what we're doing and everything like that, in a bit more detail and everything like that. But if you are interested in joining, guys, we've got the memberships. Go click the join button and get in on the action.
And big thanks to Fibbers Sports Memorabilia. They're also linked with Cop Art in Belfast as well, which should give them a good shout out. I actually think I have a signed Klopp jersey from Fibbers Sports Memorabilia. But I mean, they're just amazing. They were in the papers there a while back as well, and I mean, they just started this business from you know, out of nothing and made it into what it is now, and we couldn't be happier. It's not a naked camera or a naked calendar, although that will be for the runners up, I think.
You get Sean off full nude.
Yeah, it's like. A paid subscription to me OF page. But we are thinking of doing other things as well with the paid membership, because so it doesn't end just with that. But we're really, really, you know, excited with having the link up with Fibber Sports Memorabilia, and some of the stuff that they have there is just amazing, absolutely amazing stuff. Check it out, lads.
Yeah, Johnny McLean said he'll bid for that calendar, mate.
Do. I'll sign it for you, Johnny. Simon has just become a YouTube member, so fair play.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he did. Yeah, cheers, Sideline, for that, pal. I think as well. I don't know. In fact, actually, if I say this out loud, I might keep that for the members. Doesn't matter. Keep it for the members.
Keep it for the members.
Yeah. But yeah, where was we? We've done that. Yeah, I've lost track of thought now. What else we got to talk about today? Oh, I want to talk. In fact, before I even talk about the more Liverpool stuff, I'm sorry, guys, but I need to talk about why the fuck I'm wearing this hat, other than just I've got wet hair. So basically, guys, I went to the NFL game this weekend, just gone. I've been this year, I went last year, I went the year before that. I've become a massive Jacksonville Jaguars fan over the past 3 years now. And you know what? Like, it's good to have another sport to get into. Like, we were sat here at the beginning of this show talking about fucking refereeing decisions and how VAR's ruining the game. And then there's other stuff going on about how Man City are corrupt and they do all this stuff and they're getting away with it and everything like that. And for me, like, ever since FSG came into, like, the ownership group of Liverpool, I feel I've got it in my Twitter bio. I might have deleted it by now. I kind of said that I was now a qualified sports data analyst because of FSG. Like back when I was younger, I couldn't give a fuck about all this XG, XA. Like this player can run 22.4 kilometers an hour, and he pressed the game 4 times. I didn't give a fuck. What were the score? Who scored? And who assisted? That's all I cared about. I couldn't tell you. I didn't even know who the owner of Liverpool Football Club was. And even like I knew who George and Hicks and Gillette were. I knew who they were because that was all over the news. But before them, I had no idea who was the owner of Liverpool. I didn't even have a clue. Like. And now we've got FSG, and it's like, yeah, the American owners. You might think to yourself, but Adam, you're talking about an American sport. Yeah, and I know that some people say that, like, the refs side with the Chiefs and blah, 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 whatever. But there's a lot of things in the American sports system that it ain't going to happen because it'd take a whole, like a whole train or something to get over it and everything like that. What the hell is Sports Labs on Streamlabs on about here?
Streamlabs are after slapping Johnny McLean over saying boils my piss. Why are they doing that? Don't mind them, Johnny.
Yeah, don't mind them. I don't know why I said that.
The red, by the way, says your hat looks like the Sex Panther aftershave logo. 60% it works all the time.
Yeah, Johnny McLean. This whole City FSG shit balls my piss too. Yeah, mate. Honestly. It does my head in, and yes, it is Tony Khan. It's Shad Khan's team, Gary Richardson. Yeah, it is. Yeah. He was at the game. I actually saw his yacht. Like, I think I put it on my Instagram. I think you saw it, Sean, as well, like on my story or something.
Is Tony Khan the WWE guy?
AEW.
AEW. Oh yeah, sorry, but there is another Khan.
Yeah. So if I forgot this right, his dad is Shad Khan, who owns Fulham. And he also owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. Basically, anyway, I know there's probably a lot of stuff that I don't know about American sports, right? I'm not fucking stupid, right? But I like the fact that every team has the same money to spend on wages, and you can overspend it, but it comes with like, fucking, shit. Basically, like you get penalized for it straight away. And like all the owners are like on like this board of like the NFL or whatever, something to do with that. So all the owners only do stuff that like benefits the whole league. So City won't be able to get away with what they're doing over there. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And the whole college draft thing as well. Like when you see that, like the system set up over there for their like universities and the high schools. I was talking to this American on train on the way down, and he was like saying, like, because we were like Leeds and stuff like that. And, how big's the stadium at Leeds? And I was like, about 40,000. And he was like, that's our high schools. Like, their high school stadiums are like that. And then he was like, how big's Wembley? And I went 90. And he went, yeah, we've probably got a few college stadiums that are about the same size as that.
Jesus.
And I was just like, and this year was like the first year I actually spent a lot of time like looking at the drafting stuff and just seeing what they do with them, and the fact that they like get picks and stuff like that, and it's not just about buying players and doing this, that, and the other. And I'm sure there's a lot of underhand stuff that goes on that I'm just not aware of right now. But I'm happy to be living blissfully free of that right now in my mind. I couldn't give a fuck. And then
Scoozy. No, I'm just replying to the comments there, Muscusi. Sorry.
No, it's good. And I know that some people think that NFL is boring to watch on TV. Don't get me wrong. I put it on TV up there, and I'll be like on my fucking phone doing some other shit while it goes to ad breaks. But when you're actually in a stadium watching it live, they've got so much other shit going on. Like 2.5, 3 hours maybe have passed. And I didn't even know. Like, it was just like that gone. Like, it's just so much more entertaining to go watch. And that's why when I got out of the game, got home and everything like that, I was like, oh, Liverpool won 2-1. Cool. I didn't give a fuck. Like, and I've got a Liverpool channel, and I know all you guys that have like subscribed to me are all here because obviously you either like or you don't like what I'm saying about Liverpool. Well, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. You still subscribed. And then like, do you know what I mean? I just, I just, it's just so good to have something else to focus on. So when Liverpool stuff gets on top of you and you're getting fed up and you're getting wound up about FSG and you can't go by fucking back in day Clint Dempsey because you need to find fucking 250 grand out back at fucking sofa or some shit like that. Like, fuck me. Like, it's shit like that where I'm just like, it's football for me in the Premier League. It's becoming a joke and it's not even a sport anymore. It's just business. And I know that's what that's what NFL is. It's a business, right? I get that. But I've gone into that sport knowing that. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, rant over. Stream, I just pulled up mine.
That is the best rant I have ever heard. That's put me in the halfpenny place. But I am about to have a rant now in a minute. In fact, I'll probably have the rant now, if you don't mind. Can we get rid of Streamlabs, by the way?
I'll have a look and try and do it, yeah.
Because he's
who does Gemma think's a dick?
Probably you.
Me,
She loves me. She loves me. So yeah, obviously we've heard the news that Thomas Tuchel has been appointed head coach of England national team. Now, I couldn't care less about the England national team. I really can't. I don't really all that care about the Republic of Ireland Irish team because the FAI are as corrupt as hell. But I will say one thing for nothing, and this will be short and sweet. I am absolutely disgusted with the media coverage of this with Thomas Tuchel. Like they did it with Sven when he became manager. They're going on about nationality. They're going on about a German man managing the English team. That shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. Listen, you should be bloody lucky that Thomas Tuchel has taken over that job. What English man would take that job? Do you know what I mean? You're talking about bending the knee for racism, and yet you're basically saying this Thomas Tuchel fella should not get the English job because he's German. That's basically what you're saying. You know, there's no Englishman I don't think that could have taken that job. Or, I mean, you had Gareth Southgate. But who in the right mind would take the English job? You had Saka missing the penalty and all the racist abuse that was thrown at him in the Euros. It was absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So, you know, the likes of your Gary Neville, the likes of your Carragher, all going on that it's absolutely disgraceful that a German man takes the English job. Get a fucking grip. That's all I'm saying about it. Get a fucking grip of yourselves. You're hanging on to 1966, and that's all you're hanging on to. Who the fuck are you to go and start ridiculing someone because of their nationality? If he does a good job, you'd be kissing his ass. There you go. And our subscribers have probably gone like, take me out, like do.
I just got a text from my girlfriend saying that one of the lads is shouting Duval, which is
what the fuck.
Forget it.
Seano knows, gives two fucks for you rant now. Adam tops it. Yeah, my rant wasn't that great.
I've got rid of Streamlabs, by the way. I've took it off.
Good stuff.
So what I'll say about the Thomas, I'm going to say Thomas Frank then. The Thomas Tuchel thing is I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm an English person, right? I don't watch international football unless it's like a tournament or anything like that. I couldn't give two fucks about this Euro. I'm probably going to get this stream blocked or something today with all my language.
This is great.
I couldn't care about the Nations League. I think it's shit. It's just dramatized friendlies, just another way to get fucking money. I mean, would there be this massive uproar if Jurgen Klopp got the England job? Nah. Would there be this massive uproar if Pep Guardiola got the English job? Nah, because they're loved by the English media. Thomas Tuchel was probably he's got the rumors and the what's the word I'm looking for? The stuff that goes on in the background. I can't think straight right now after what I was just talking about. But it comes with baggage, basically, shall we say, about how he runs clubs and how his personal life is and blah, 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 blah. Like, end of the day, man, does it really fucking matter who he's shagging? Let's just be honest, right? If he wins the World Cup for England, is your first thoughts going to be like, well, yeah, I'm glad we won World Cup, but
look who's
look
shagging.
what we're doing with secretary. Like, do you know what I mean? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, I couldn't give a fuck.
That's why, though, Adam, that nobody wants the fucking job.
I mean, true, yeah.
Look at the abuse that those players got that missed the penalty. Saka being one of them. I can't think of the other lad. But the dogs abuse, the racist abuse that was thrown at them was disgusting. Disgusting.
No.
And there you're take the knee for racism. And then you're going on about Tuchel being German and it's an absolute disgrace. Carragher, you'd need to... I mean, I loved Carragher as a player, but he needs to get a fucking grip. He needs to get a grip. He needs to stop talking Sky Sports and actually form a goddamn opinion of his own. That's a load of codology, talking that sort of shit. Oh, it's an absolute disgrace we couldn't get an English manager. What? Who was there for the taking? Who wanted that job? Who
I couldn't even.
A better job?
The only English manager that was probably there or thereabouts, you would have to say, is Eddie Howe.
On what basis?
I don't
know.
He done? That's the thing.
Potter, what's Potter done?
I don't know. Like
Allardyce, you had Allardyce, you got rid of him.
Yeah, because of his gambling, whatever. So who cares?
Yeah.
Fuck. Right? Like, okay, who cares? I don't give a fuck. Go do what you want. Like Eddie Howe, like Eddie Howe, Graham Potter. I mean, Richard the Red, you're saying that Carlisle was alright to us. Yeah, he was. He to be fair, I don't think he put a foot wrong in all fairness, but I'm just gonna be bluntly honest. You're all gonna think I've had a drink, but I fucking am. This is water, this lads. But like, who the fuck is Lee Carlisle? Like,
but
have I missed something?
Potter?
Have I missed something? Like, who has he managed? Like,
yeah.
At least Graham Potter, like, yeah, he failed at Chelsea, but he did pretty good at Brighton. Eddie Howe did really good at Bournemouth. He's doing okay at Newcastle. So the natural progression for him is probably to go to, like, again, like a top 14 if Newcastle doesn't become one. And then it's to become the international manager. Like, that's the process. So he's probably like 2 steps away from becoming the England manager, in my opinion. But, like, there isn't a standout English manager. Carlsley. Mark, mate, in all fairness, I still don't know who the guy is. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is, man.
I don't know who he is. Don't know the guy. Like, he did really well within the 21s. That's what I remember hearing. Like, they won the World Cup or the Euro or something. Grand.
He was up for the Republic of Ireland job, and he said no. He said no.
Yeah.
And do you think like we give a shite that we've got the former Iceland manager? Like, we're still shite regardless of what manager we get. I mean, but my point is they're honing in. They should be grateful that Thomas Tuchel took the job, accepted the job. It was offered to him. He accepted it. And instead, the media have been absolutely disgusting. And to be honest with you, no wonder people boo the national anthem. No wonder people, in sports tournaments or in football, no wonder people don't support England and them being English. Because it's just rotten to the core. Absolutely rotten to the core. I think people need to just, call it how it is, and that's it.
JT says that Potter doesn't need a job as he's still getting paid from Chelsea. Probably. Potter can't get a job these days. Howe should have been interviewed. He's an upgrade on Allardyce, Hodgson, and Southgate.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, is that in regard to Tuchel? Yeah, of course it is. Like, yeah, Tuchel is a manager that was literally following in the steps of Jurgen Klopp. Like, he took over Mainz from Jurgen Klopp. He took over Dortmund from Jurgen Klopp. I ain't being funny, but I kind of thought he was going to take over Liverpool from Jurgen Klopp until he took the Chelsea job. Like, I ain't going to lie. That's kind of how I thought things were going to work out.
Yeah.
And then, like, Bond doesn't care about international football, full stop. Martin says that LA Knight is here. Is that me? Or is that you, Shana?
I don't know.
Johnny McLean's first week back, and it's AKM X-rated. I might have to start doing...
That could be a good show. That could.
I'd probably have to make it members only, so I don't get done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could drive up our membership. That could.
Shauna agrees with you. I would rather Klopp as England manager, though. To be honest, Tuchel's a bit of an odd one in his opinion. It's sad that the best option is another nationality, but he deserves his chance. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I agree with that, Cranky JD. Like, if you could have given me an English manager on par with Thomas Tuchel, then fair enough. Like, I'd have something to say about it. But Thomas Tuchel is probably, if you were to break down the best managers in world football, like, he's in top 10. Like, you probably got, like, do you know what? I can't probably even fucking name 10 managers anymore. You've probably got Klopp, Guardiola, Ancelotti,
Ten Hag.
I was actually going to say his name then. We got. Come on, help me.
I don't know, and I don't care. Eddie Howe. No.
So I've stopped at three top managers in the world. Like, so, Tuchel's probably in there. In all fairness, you can't put Pochettino in there because he ain't won nothing. Like, Allegri, maybe. Do you know? Like, I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling to name top 10 managers in world football without naming Thomas Tuchel. So it goes without saying, let's just see how he does,
Exactly. I mean, if you support the English team, get behind them. Stop being absolute whinge bags. Stop going on about this, oh, he's German and all of that. Get a grip. Because if you had Alonso, there you go. That's a good one, Cranky.
I've got some on Alonso.
Okay. Should that maybe go nicely into the next segment?
Well, I just want to touch on these comments here. JT's, they've been talking about Potter still, I think, saying that he's still getting paid 200 grand a week. So, Alonso. So, the rumours doing the rounds now is that basically Leverkusen are getting ready for him to leave next summer. And he is lined up to either go to Real Madrid or Man City.
He'll go to Real.
Because Pep Guardiola's contract is up at the end of this season.
Yeah, he'll go to Real.
That's the thing about Alonso. Is that Simeone? Yeah, Simeone. Yeah, I was going to mention Simeone, but I think that's maybe 5 years too late.
Diego someone.
Thiago Motta, yeah, he did all right at is it Genoa? Something like that. Is that where he did it? Arteta's all right. Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah, I put him there, put him top 10 in all fairness. But yeah, so that's the Alonso news. I've spoke about the NFL. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Van Dijk.
Virgil.
What do you think? Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Virgil.
Yeah. So let me just load up his quote. So I'm can't be, I'm misquoting him or anything like that. So Virgil's been, he's basically spoke about the contract today, saying that discussions are ongoing with the right people. And when it's time to make a decision or whatever, I think you guys, i.e. the media, will know it as well. But now my full commitment and focus is on Liverpool and to be successful this season. I kind of take that as good news. Like I like that one in all fairness. I like Mike Bassett, England manager. Yes. Why didn't we think about that one? Why didn't we think about that one? I think Virgil signs me. I think last week or whenever we last did a stream, I think I was saying that Virgil and Salah sign and Trent goes. I think I'm still on that line right now. I think Virgil will probably be the first one to sign, in all fairness, in regard to him being the club captain. It shows intent. It shows you've got like the stability and everything like that by getting the captain done first. It may not even be done in that order. Like they may already have a Salah or a Trent done already, but I think they'll reveal Virgil first. I think if he's done. What about you, Sean? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's good news that something has come out that he's talking to the right people. I don't know how you would talk about the contract that you have at Liverpool with wrong people. I suppose the wrong people would be other clubs. So, you know, if you're to nitpick and look at it that way, whether they're positive talks or not, and whether they're close to signing the deal is another thing that I'm not too sure of. And again, I can only go on, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to go on FSG and on their history of you know, players of that age, what they tend to offer and what they tend not to offer. So I don't know whether Virgil would be in agreement with that, or whether he'll have a look at the contract and say that's not enough. I think he wants to stay at the club, but I also think that he wants the club to be competitive and to be, you know, building now to be title contenders and to be winning trophies and stuff like that. So, you know, he's what, 33, I think, or 31.
I think he might be. I think you were right first time. I think he's 33.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got what, maybe another 3-4 years, maybe, if we're lucky, or in around that. So I think if he finishes off his career at Liverpool, I'd be delighted. I'm just not too sure what FSG are going to give him. I really not. So, before this news, I would have said all three leave. After this news, I would be a little bit more positive about Virgil.
Okay. Yeah. Martin's here as well, so he reckons that Trent's head's been turned just like Stevie G, but I think he'll bottle it and all three will stay.
Good
Richard
point.
the Red would rather Virgil and Moore sign and lose Trent, to be honest, if you have to lose one. Van Dijk will stay. Trent is going to want a big pay rise, maybe 300k a week. There was something I saw the other day, and again, it was from one of them sites that I don't really pay much attention to, but they said something along the similar lines to Mo Salah, where apparently Salah wants a big deal to finish his career at Liverpool and finish up as a legend or something like that. I mean, I saw a stat earlier over day. I swear I bookmarked it actually. Let me see if I can find it again. It was something to do with Salah's stats against the top six.
Yeah, we were only talking about that last night.
It was something to do with how many goals he's got against the top six and how many appearances, and it was like really, really good. I've lost it. It's gone, in all fairness. But yeah, Can
I just react to Mr. Ben Henry? Why always so negative, Sean? Some fans like you would rather we lose so they can complain. You see, Ben, I disagree with you on that one, and I disagree with you because I have a difference of opinion. You may think that is negative, but I think that that's my opinion. I don't I'm not dictated to by anybody. I can make my own opinion. I'm old enough to do that. That doesn't make me negative. That just makes me real. And if that's too negative for you, I'm sorry about that. Perhaps you should maybe voice your opinion and be less critical of mine. How about that?
Well played, mate. Yeah, Ben, like you can always put your comment in here and let us know what you think and everything like that. Like Seano only ever speaks his mind, which is fine and it's fair enough, and everybody can speak their mind. Like we've had Bon on here for a while. Bon doesn't agree with everything that we say, but Bon's been here for a while, like, and Bon knows that everyone's welcome and we talk about it, we discuss it and everything like that, so it's fine.
Thank you, Richard the Red. Richard the Red says, I've never heard Seano negative ever.
It's just reality. It's just reality. It's just reality. Like I'm not happy with the ownership. I'm not happy with certain things at the club.
But I mean, does Ben think that three of our top players, three of our most important players, their contract should run into the last 12 months? Do you think that that's right? And
that's it's mismanagement. It's mismanagement.
Yeah.
100%. Like that is mismanagement. I don't care if Michael Edwards left and Julian Ward left. Someone at the club should have been doing this. And it was supposed to be, apparently, Mike Gordon. But, as we all know, he took a step away to go and look at potential investment, the selling of the club, whatever. And he took his eye off the ball. Like, but why was nobody going, Mike, I know you're a bit busy, like, with fucking selling the club, but we've got 3 popular star players that are like got 18 months left in the deal. Can we try and get them sorted out right quick before you fuck off and do something else? Like, that never happened. So, like, anyway, cheers for watching, Mark. Hope you're well, mate, and have a good evening, pal. Thanks for watching.
I think going back to that, like, I mean, Bon, we always like to have Bon on and have a different take on things, because if we all agreed on everything, it would be boring, and then it wouldn't be a debate. It would be all one-sided. So, we welcome anyone that has a difference of opinion. If you are to watch a match in a pub and you're around fellow Liverpool fans, some may think that Curtis Jones had a great game and some may think Mo Salah had a better game. Does that make them more negative than you? Does that make them any less of a fan? So, that's all James Pearce talk, about, or the net spend boys happy now that, that we won or whatever, or where the net spend boys now that we've won. I love Liverpool Football Club, win, lose or draw. And I'll always support Liverpool Football Club. I'm a walking, talking advertisement for Liverpool Football Club. I need a new house. I need another house to have all of the Liverpool stuff that I have. Liverpool is everything to me. So for someone to turn around and say to me, I would rather see them lose, you haven't a clue what you're talking about and you don't know me. So
Cranky JD says, I think it shows how disheartened FSG are in Liverpool as a football club. Their focus is elsewhere except for the money. Yeah, Gary Richards has been going at this for a while now. DIC Group will buy Liverpool in 3 years. Let's wait and see what happens, pal. And then Richard the Red, 100%. Great debate on here, freedom to express an opinion, and Johnny McLean agrees with that. JT, Van Dijk still walks into any starting 11 for me. I think I remember a conversation the other day. It was pundits. For the life of me, I can't remember who it was. But they were saying that, oh no, it was that thing I sent you on it on Anfield Rap, where basically they were saying, you sign Van Dijk for a 3-year deal now. Yeah, he might decline in a couple of years, but a declined Virgil van Dijk still gets into any club in the Premier League. He still gets in. He's right now, he is one of the, if not the best central defender in the world. He's in the top 3, if not the best, right? So if he declines a little bit, he's still one of the best defenders in the world. Like, unless he just has a sheer drop-off. Defenders at centre-back can play for years. We've seen it before. They can play for years. But it's all about using your brain, get, you know, reading the ball a little bit more. It's not so much down to like speed and everything like that, right? So, in fact, let's get our facts right. Let's see how old Virgil van Dijk is. We said 33.
I'm almost sure he's 33. Yeah.
Let's have a look. He's not. Oh yeah, he's the same age as me. 33 years. He's a little bit. He's a month and a bit older than me. He's 33 years of age. So if you give Virgil a 3-year deal, that takes him to 36, and he probably sees out his career at Liverpool. Like, you know, like as Johnny says there, he's our Maldini. Like,
absolutely,
he's the Maldini of Liverpool. You cannot lose someone of his caliber. Trent, you've got a player in his 20s. He's been at the club all his life. He's a Liverpool fan. He's from the area. He's coming into his prime. Like, we all think that, you know, we've seen the best potentially of Trent, you know? Like, we forget how young he was when he broke into the side. Like, how old is he? Is he like 25 now? Let's have a look. Let's get facts right. You know? Trent Alexander-Arnold is 26. So he's 26 years of age. So, again, people say that, you know, you enter into your prime between the ages of, is it like 26, 27 until 30, 32? That's like supposed to be like your prime years. Seano's gone. He's back again.
I think it was kicked off for being negative or thinking negative thoughts.
What
age is Trent?
What
age is Trent?
He's 26. So, in all fairness, this deal that he gets, whether it's at Liverpool, Real Madrid, or wherever, will probably be the biggest deal of his career because of his age now. Like, he's entering his prime. If he gets given a 5-year deal, it takes him to what? 31, right? As a right back, that's getting on a little bit, is 31 years of age as a right back, unless you move him into midfield by that time. So, you know, again, he's one of the start. Seano's gone again. So again, you give for me Trent a 5-year deal, and if he wants 300k a week, you give him 300k a week. It is what it is. You give it to Salah, you give it to him. Mo Salah, you're talking about him. How old is he now? Let's get our facts right again. I love saying that before we even go any further. Mo Salah's age. I even knew I wanted listening to me. Mo Salah is a year younger than me. 32 years of age. Now, normally, as a 32-year-old striker, winger, I personally, going back 2-3 years ago, I would have been thinking to myself, maybe we should get rid of Mo Salah. He's coming into that side of his career where maybe we have seen the best of him. He's coming into the twilight now. But then you look at players like Lionel Messi, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, they're both going into it and they're in their late 30s. I think Ronaldo's in his 40s now, if I'm right in that. He may be even in his 40s. So Mo Salah, again, playing how he is this season. You know, many thought that last year, he's had a drop-off, that's it, blah, 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 forgetting that he'd had an injury, forgetting that he was playing so many games with no rest here, that, and the other. You know, Slot's managing the games a bit more. There's a different style of play. They don't have to be full leather all the time, going for it 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, and that quarter sometimes when it's leap year. You know, you don't have to do that. You can keep the ball a little bit more, take a bit more time, do this, that, and the other. Conserve your energy a little bit more under Arne Slot. And we're seeing Mo Salah the same as he was 2-3 years ago. Like, he is on form again. You cannot allow a player that's hitting this form now to leave for nothing. Nothing, guys. That's the thing that's going to be the killer. All three of these players, if they were to go for market value, would be north of 100 million.
Yeah.
So you are theoretically allowing over 300 million to just walk out of the door in one window. And as Seano has mentioned many times in the past now, We're already going into next summer knowing that we need to fill other positions. We need another centre back, even though we've got what we've got now. We need another one. We need another 6 in case Gravenberch gets injured, because Endo doesn't seem to be able to get a game. We're probably going to need another forward, a number 9 in all fairness, if Nunes doesn't start, like, you know. What's he saying? Don't you both jog on after this is offline? I'm calling. Oh, okay. Shauna's gone again. What was I saying? What was I saying? I forgot now. You know, you're allowing them to leave. Nunes is not hitting it as well as he should be. Diogo Jota can't stay fit. You know what I mean? So you need a more reliable number 9. So you're probably going to have to go sign one of them. Is Luis Diaz going to want to move on? Is he getting a new contract? Do you know what I mean? Like, we could need 2 forwards coming next summer, a left back next summer. You know, Robertson's not getting any younger. Shimikas is okay, but you could improve on that position. I mean, for God's sake, we've got Mamadashvili coming in next year, albeit I personally think, and I think I said it on last week's stream, Alisson goes next summer. Like, his injury rate, Mamadashvili signing, there's no way that Mamadashvili is coming to Liverpool to sit on the bench. It's not happening. Kelleher, he only said it yesterday. I saw his quotes. Was it this morning? That basically he thinks his form of last year valued him out of a move this summer. He wanted out, that kid wanted out of Liverpool this summer. Can you imagine if we'd have sold Kelleher this summer and then Alisson got injured? Yeah, we've got Mamadashvili, but he's out on loan at Valencia. We'd have been playing these games now against Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal, with fucking Jaros in there.
Well, I think before I start lagging and I get kicked off there by Ben, I reckon that we're in a situation where, if you were to ask me now what I think is going to happen in terms of the contracts, I think Trent is going. That's what I feel now. I think Trent is definitely going. I think he's going to go for the move to Real Madrid and link up with Bellingham. I think if Klopp had taken the Real Madrid job, you could have been damn sure that he would have gone sooner. But I definitely think that Trent is going. That's my take on it. I think, you know, he says his attitude was and what he said was he doesn't want to be known as the young player that won trophies. So he's basically saying he wants the club with the ambitions similar to him, right? Now, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You tell me. Obviously, we go in there to compete, but if you're not given the tools and you're not given the investment, well, then, you know, it's very, very difficult. And if you have this buy to sell or sell to buy policy, that's very difficult to build a team on that. And if you're then, you know, in a situation where, let's just say we lost those 3 players. So we have a right back, we have a centre back who's a colossus, we have a winger. Bear in mind, he's a winger. And look at the numbers that he's bringing in. So if we were to lose all 3 of them, right, we need another left back. We probably need a centre back. We definitely need a defensive midfielder. And we'll need a replacement then for Salah, of course. And it's quite possible that we'll need a striker. I reckon that Nunes is going to go. I reckon Nunes is definitely going to go. And you probably are looking at maybe another goalkeeper if Kelleher goes.
I mean,
Crikey, JD, we're not trying to depress anyone. We're just talking facts, buddy. Just talking facts.
Yeah, I mean, guys, in the comments, we just got one last topic to talk of before we get off. I want your guys' opinions. Out of the 3 of them, who do you think is most likely to leave right now? As if, you know, what is it, 8:45, 21st of October? Who is the most likely to leave Liverpool this next summer? Sorry, shall we say? Can't get my fucking words out. So on the Nunes thing, Seano, there's this article that's come out back in Uruguay.
Uh-oh.
This is the key. It's come out in Uruguay, and it says that Darwin Núñez has lost his guardian and he's got a weight on his shoulders after Jurgen Klopp has left. Basically, it says, I'll read it verbatim. Darwin Núñez has a weight on his shoulders at Liverpool after losing his biggest supporter in the club, Jurgen Klopp. That's according to El Pas in Uruguay, who are concerned about their striker today as he fails to impress under Slot. The newspaper explains that while bad streaks are not strange to Núñez, nor how to get over them, he currently finds himself struggling to break through the latest one. The striker has barely featured at Liverpool this season, with just 4 Premier League appearances, and which is 21% of the available minutes to played so far. Núñez highly values the support of his entourage, teammates, and coaching staff, but has lost some of those things in recent months at Liverpool in particular, where he's lost his guardian, Jurgen Klopp. The former Liverpool coach always trusted him and defended him from criticism, and even argued that he just needed time to reach his maximum performance. Now, that's not been the case under Arne Slot, who has preferred other options and left the Uruguayan on the bench. The Dutch coach has taken a different approach to Klopp, relegating him to a substitute role while he works with him on specific details. That's led to reduced numbers and little prospect of it improving, as Liverpool's front line has shone at the beginning of the season. That's led to some concern in Uruguay, where they seem to think their man isn't being given a fair shot at Liverpool after Klopp's departure. So that's the article there.
Well, look, I mean, that all sounds well and good. Any player that goes or that comes to Liverpool Football Club, we want them all to do well. That's a given. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're not a stepping stone. We're not like a kindergarten. We're not an academy that tries to bring out the best in players. You know, we make players legends at the end of the day, but we can only do so much. If that player is not willing to get his shit together, I mean, he's a striker, and you know, he's more offside than not. The guy is obviously, there's a language barrier. I don't think he's really done anything to improve that over the period of time that he's been in England. And, you know, I think there is a bit of an issue with his temperament. So, you know, to be coming out and, you know, did he do that article? Did he do an interview with that article or with that newspaper?
There's a lot of quotes in it, but there's anything saying that it's from Núñez.
I can't hear you. I'm lagging.
Can you guys hear me? See if he comes back in. Looks like he's having problems connecting. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the paper basically says that it's like quotes from people in Uruguay, and so maybe it's his family, his entourage, whatever. But I just think the fact that the papers, you know, the reports will come out in Uruguay, that it's worth touching on because it's the player's home country or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? My sound is good now. Like, cheers, Richard. I don't know what Shauna's problem is. He's still loading. Maybe he's got an internet issue. I'll give him a few more minutes, see if he can come in a bit. So Martin thinks that Mo's going. Richard the Red reckons Trent. Johnny McLean, Diaz to Barca will be back on as well. Bon reckons Trent. Martin reckons Gomez as well. Trent. Enough rewrites from Slot to Darwin. Richard also wants Florian Wirtz. That's a player to potentially watch. What to watch. Gary Richards, whom replaces him? Who replaces Darwin Núñez? The replacement for Darwin Núñez. Now, that is a big question. I mean, there isn't any really out-and-out strikers out there now, is there? I mean, people are obviously going to talk about Osherman, but, you know, he's coming into that age group now where he getting towards a similar age as Salah now. I don't think I don't think he's like 31, 32, Osherman, but I think he's like 29 or something like that. Is he not? Let me have a look before. Let's have a look. How old is he? I might be completely not wrong. He's 25. I am completely not wrong. Yeah, if you can sign Osherman, then I'd take Osherman.
If
Sean's on his neighbour's Wi-Fi again, just like he was for the what was it? The watch along.
that annoyed me.
Virgil and Moore to sign, and Trent goes in Doug's opinion. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for joining the show when you did last week as well, mate. JT, Trent most likely just because of Bellingham, love affair, catwalk shit, but I think all three sign. Nice. I mean, I kind of hope that all three signed, but you know, I'm more inclined to go towards Virgil and Salah in all fairness. Did Slot play with target man for Feyenoord? No, he played with Santiago Jimenez, who was. This is why I kind of thought that Slot was going to do well with Nunes, because Jimenez was shit before Arne Slot got his hands on him, and then the season after that he banged in like 30, 40 goals or something. Now I know that's like the Dutch league, but to go from a season where you're playing absolutely garbage to then banging in a few goals, there's some coaching that's gone on there.
But I think, you know, there's something with Nunes' attitude. I mean, look, okay, he comes on in the 30th minute for Jota. You know, I was a little bit worried about that, whether it would change the whole, you know, dynamic of the game. But, you know, the whole antics that he was kind of getting involved with the Chelsea players when they were, you know, squaring up to Salah, you know, I don't really like to see, because I'd like to basically see him, you know, doing the talking on the pitch and you know, putting in a few goals. And I think, you know, time is running out for him. He needs to really improve his attitude, and he really needs to, you know, be a better communicator with the rest of his teammates, because if he isn't, you know, he will go.
Yeah. I mean,
there's the Doug out there with the goal scoring record.
Yeah,
there.
I was looking for that early on, Doug.
Nice
So
one.
Mo Salah's goal scoring record, Premier League only against the Big Six. Man United 12 goals, 6 assists. Arsenal 10 goals, 2 assists. Spurs 9 goals, 2 assists. City 7 goals, 4 assists. Chelsea 5 goals, 3 assists. It's phenomenal. Like you can't let that walk out the door for now. You really can't. Like it's bad.
And yet they were saying that Salah doesn't turn up for big games.
And yeah,
unbelievable.
Osherman would be a good signing. Would defo get more goals than Darwin. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. At the moment, anyway. Are you okay, Shona?
I'm grand, but I'm just about to shoot some dogs.
Ah, okay, cool. I think we're coming to the end of the stream anyway, mate. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we get off?
No, not at all. I mean, look, you know, as I said, people will have a difference of opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and therefore, you know, are more than welcome to come on here. But if you're going to just come on and just say, Sean, you prefer to lose, or you'd be happier if Liverpool lost, that sort of shit really isn't tolerated. You know, just voice your opinion and let us know what you think. But I don't believe that there should be any personal attacks on myself or on the channel. It's up to you guys. But yeah, look, also the paid membership, $2.99 guys per month. I mean, look, what would you be doing with it? And we're hopefully going to be able to kind of give something back to those paid members as well. So tune into that. And of course then SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble. Check it out.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, just catch these last ones before we go. Salah's passing is so underweight, and also he has got really. I've noticed his passing over the past 2, maybe 3 seasons is really, really good. Richard the Red, I've still not forgiven or forgotten Darwin's headbutt red card in his debut. Fucking funny with that. We need them all to sign before January. Bond says, yeah, I agree. I think if you go into January and none of them have signed, squeaky bum time. Like, honestly. And then that's nuts on paper what Doug put up there, and obviously JT mentioned that. That's incredible. Right, guys, that's it for us today. Thank you for joining. Nearly a 2-hour show. We'll be back.
Zoe's Place. Remember that Zoe's Place as well. Make sure.
Yeah, I'll put that in the description, guys. I'll also in the description is the Fibbers memorabilia. The shall we say the partnership now we've got with them for the members. Make sure if you can join the membership and you can get involved with potentially winning one of the things I showed earlier. Other than that, guys, I think I'll do a watch along. I think for Leipzig game. I think it's Wednesday, isn't it? That's on. Yeah, I think I'll do a watch along for that. Any news? I'll pop out some videos. There'll be a members video out tomorrow for the members, so they got a bit more because some of them may not have watched this regarding the stuff that's going to be given away for the members and everything. Oh, thank you, Doug, for joining the membership.
Welcome, Doug.
Welcome, Doug. So that'll be up there later on. And then I might do a video touching on the Nunes and the Virgil stuff that's come out as well. But other than that, guys, hope you all have a great evening. And until we speak again, I will catch you all later on. And oh God, I've got my throat stuck now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.
It's getting all emotional.